Hello, welcome to Phoebe D Unicorn. Here's Phoebe D.
Hi.
And I'm Phoebe D's dad, Ed. Today we are going to be doing a demonstration to show how a solar eclipse works here on planet Earth. Right, shall we get on with it?
Yes.
Come on then, let's do it. Okay, so we've got a big pan lid here. It's about 30 centimetres in diameter, and we're going to use that to represent the sun. The light from the sun is going to be created by this torch, and then all the way across the other side of the room, again from the kitchen, we have this little dish. This is going to be the Earth. Now, the sun is approximately 1 million miles in diameter, and the distance from the sun to the Earth is approximately 93 million miles. Now, at the size of the sun, for this 93 million miles to be to scale, we would have to go to the end of the car park. But because it's cold and damp, we're going to reduce the size a little bit just for the demonstration. And also, the Earth would be about the size of a pea. Maybe a large pea, but a pea. And the moon would be about the size of a couple of grains of salt. So that's how absolutely massive the solar system really is. It's big. Without further ado, we're going to cut the lights and see if we can replicate an eclipse. So here we have the moon and the Earth, and the once every 365 of our Earth days, in a counterclockwise direction, the Earth will orbit the sun. As we've previously determined, it's got a long journey. And while it's orbiting the sun, the moon, also in a counterclockwise direction, will orbit the Earth. And as it comes in front, it casts a shadow, as you can see. As it goes past, it will block the sun's light, and cast the Earth into shade. Only a little bit of it, still some of it's light, and this side will be the bit that's night time, and it'll last, because we said that it's about the size of a grain of salt or a pea, it will cast a shadow that's about 70 miles across. So because we've got a torch, which is, if the pan lid's 1 million miles, the torch is probably about 50,000 miles across. So we're going to do something now to replicate how it is. Okay, so to replicate a sun that's 1 million miles across, I've changed the torch for a homemade photography light, which in comparison to the pan lid is probably more like 2 million miles in diameter, although it's square, but it won't matter for the demonstration. So that'll be more realistic than a torch. Let's see what happens now. Okay, here we have it. Now instead of the torch we've got that photography light, which is a much more realistic sort of sun shape. So as you can see, it still casts a shadow, but I hope you can see there's a harsh shadow and a very much lighter blurry shadow. Now the dark shadow is the direct rays from the sun. They're being completely blocked by the moon. But the fuzzy shadow around the edge is all the other rays that are going round the moon, because the moon isn't really big enough to block out all, in this case, 2 million miles worth of rays. So you get this fuzzy. It's blocking some of them, but not all of them. As it goes past, 28 days later, it comes past again. So maybe you're wondering, why do we not get solar eclipses every month? Well, the fact is, we do, but sometimes they're in parts of the world where nobody sees them, at the top of vast mountain ranges or in the middle of even bigger oceans, because the planet we live on is covered by 70% water. So these eclipses can happen and nobody will ever see them. But now and again they do happen over land, and they are quite spectacular. I was fortunate enough to be in the partial eclipse back in 1997, I think. And the birds stopped tweeting and it went dark. If we'd have gone to Cornwall, we'd have got complete darkness, but it was very eerie and weird to have darkness in the daytime. Hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. Thanks for watching.